So 2 days ago I did a video about me ranking every single Premier League kit in this new season, well the home kits at least, and I was expecting people to be so outraged that they'll go and try and stab my nan or something, which no one has. In fact, I think most people actually agreed with me, which made me quite sad, as I really want to really piss people off, because as you can tell, that's one thing that I really love to do. So with that said, what can piss people off the most? What's the one thing I can do to do with Premier League teams that I can really annoy people? So let's rank atmospheres. Now to give context, I'm in fact a Burnley fan and I have been to every single stadium in the Premier League last year. I'm not going to do Aston Villa or Norwich or Sheffield United because I've not been to their grounds. So I'm going to base it on last year's teams. I've been to every single ground away here other than Fulham. Only reason why I missed it is because I was in Athens for Olympiacos away a few days before that, and we faced them away the same weekend just afterwards. And I could literally not afford to go because I spent over £1,000 to get to Olympiacos away. But I don't think I really need to rate Fulham because, well, they have clappers in the neutral stand, so instantly they're in poor. I don't even need to go there to know that they are probably in poor because they have clappers and a neutral stand. That's all I need to say about that one. So with that said, let's get into the atmosphere team making. And by the way, on my channel you can go on every single Burnley vlog. I've recorded my vlogs going to Burnley games for the last 4 years. I think let's do a big one out the way, because the entirety of this video is going to be based on this one team, because Liverpool, right? Everyone thinks Liverpool is just god tier because they watch them in Champions League. However, I've been to Anfield twice now this year for the 4-2, yeah, I think of 4-2, and I was also there for the 1-1 draw in last season as well. And I've got to be honest, guys, Liverpool fans, I know you're going to be like, oh yeah, but Champions League, yes, Liverpool, you know what, on their day, Liverpool is god tier. Liverpool is god tier for Champions League, and, you know, for the big games against Barcelona's and, you know, Roma's or whoever else you play. It's an amazing ground, and you know the things, pyros outside the ground. I love it. I rate it. The flags, I rate it. I rate the effort. However, when you play against a Burnley, the amount of tourists that goes to the ground is unreal. You never walk alone at the start of the game, which is really nice. I respect it. But then after that, I literally saw a fan to the right hand side of me this year with his iPad out like this the entire game, periscoping or just recording the game or FaceTiming. I don't even know. But he's there with his iPad like this, periscoping the game, and he was right next to the away fans. So when it comes to a Burnley, it's poor. If anything, it's tin pot. Because when they score a goal, you hear "way," and then whoever scored, you maybe hear like a chant, a single chant of like the player for like 50 seconds, and then it's back to quiet again. For me, if I really want to be like very annoying to you guys, I can literally put every single top 6 team like down in the Porter tin pot area, because there's one reason alone, which especially Spurs. This was for Wembley though. Wembley twice, not to White Hart Lane. Maybe it's different, but Spurs definitely in tin pot at Wembley. Chelsea was tin pot as well, and Arsenal was, and I guess United were a bit better, I guess. But if I really want to be as purely serious with you guys, against teams like Burnley and Huddersfield, and I guess, you know, like Cardiff or Brighton or whatever, it's poor. It's very poor for every top 6 team, purely for this fact that more tourist fans get tickets for these games. So I understand against the big teams it could be better atmosphere, but saying this, I in fact went to the Manchester derby this year because I was working with Squawker and I got a free ticket, and guess what, I was in the Man United end and it was for the Manchester derby, so they are in tin pot. If you are a fan of a top 6 club and you actually go to home games and you actually go to every single one and you see the atmospheres against your lower league or mid-tier sides like a Burnley, for example, or like a Huddersfield or Cardiff or Brighton or whatever, if you attempt to say that it's still good, then you are delusional. You are purely delusional. Now, the only thing I can say, which is in defense, is because, of course, let's say Old Trafford is a big stadium. For sound to travel from one end of the stadium to the other, typically there's the loud area on the other side, or to the other side, like literally to the other side of the ground, which you can't hear from away yet. But an away fan experience, you want banter with the home fans. You want to give back and forth for the home fans, which for these grounds you can't really do that, because for some reason the loudest part of the stadium is in the other end if anything, because people say, oh, it's loud at this end, but not really, because you can't really hear it from the away fans. So I want to just put them all in tin pot, because I've been to Arsenal twice, I've been to City 4 times, I've been to Spurs twice, well, Wembley at least, Stamford Bridge I've been there twice, Old Trafford I've been there 3 times, and Liverpool I've been there 2 times. This is my pure and honest opinion about this. If you're a top 6 fan and you don't go to games, don't at me, because you don't know what it's like. You watch it on TV. If you do go to games, you would agree with me. You genuinely would agree with me, because if you go to games and you actually go and play and you are there for the lower tier sides, you can agree to this. I've been to each ground at least twice, and it's been the same thing each time. And when I've watched vlogs for like lower tier teams, like say like a Huddersfield or Cardiff, it's the same thing. Every team can be good on their day. Burnley could be absolutely electric on its day. Every stadium can be. Huddersfield, Everton, Southampton, Watford, every team can be electric on its day. But this isn't based on its day. This is from when I went against lower teams, because I guess Burnley's a lower team, I guess. So let's go. I want to say, I want to put them kind of in there as well. I'm not gonna lie, they weren't great. I've been there 3 times now, and you don't really hear many chants from their ends. You really don't really. Actually, I'll say you can hear it just very slightly. Again, their loud area is at the other side of the stadium to where the away fans is, so you can't really hear it. So it could be good over there. But guess what? You can barely even hear it. Let's do Palace. I'm going to put them in good. I think that they deserve to be good. I've been there for the 2-0 win in 16-17. I've been there for the 17-18 1-0 loss. They put effort into it. You can hear them, kinda, because again, where the ultra stand is, it's kind of far away to the away fans. It's kind of far away. So as an away fan experience, you can hear it, but you can't really, banter back with them. There's no real banter to be having with the home fans, and I kind of like to have that kind of experience, because I'm not like a, Stone Island wannabe hard man. I'm not going to games trying to fight with people. I'm just going there trying to have a laugh, and just, have a laugh and a bit of banter with the home fans, which you can't really have. I think they're kind of a bit dead, because there's a bit of a massive gap between the home and away fans of Palace, so they're good, they're good. Next up, Newcastle, average. Again, this is for Burnley. Now, when we are all the way up in the sky and Newcastle away, they don't fill out the top end for the stand. So we have no one to talk to. We feel so disconnected to the actual pitch. You can't actually experience anything because there's no Newcastle fans next to you. It's so like you just kind of just stare by yourself, and you can hear them. You can hear Newcastle fans, but again, it's kind of quite far away because the loud part is to the other side of the pitch, and you are literally you're so far up in the event. You can kind of hear it, but you can't do anything with it. So as an away fan experience, it's not that good. Actually saying that, comparing it to other, I put it in good. I think compared to compared to what we've got, I'll put it in good. So let's do Burnley. Let's do Burnley because you guys want to see what I rate Burnley as. I'm a Spear, and I would put us genuinely like in average. I think Burnley, as all my Spears, is average because right next to the away fans, that is the loudest part of the stadium where there's always something going on with the home and the away fans. There's always something going on. You can go back, and if you've watched my birthday vlogs for the last 2, 3 years, 4 years on my channel, you can see what's happened between home and away fans the entire time. You can see how often we do chants. You can see how often we make noise. You can see how often we go and have banter with the away fans. I think we're an average. Next up, let's do Huddersfield. I think Huddersfield is good. I think Huddersfield is actually very good. Good atmosphere and banter right next to away fans. They've even got a drum, which people think could be tin pots, but if they use it correctly, I think that it actually goes along well, and I think they use it in a good way. It really does, I guess, pick up the spirits, I guess, there. So for Huddersfield, and I've been there twice now, it's been a good away day. One time was like a 0-0 draw, other time we won 2-1. So I say Huddersfield, atmosphere-wise, I liked it. I really enjoyed it, so I'll put them in good. Watford, again, probably poor. We were having good banter with the home fans, but again, you didn't really hear much, not gonna lie, throughout the entire game, so I'll put them in poor. West Ham, I want to put in poor or tin pot because, again, it's one of those that, it's very touristy now. I think that the actual true West Ham fans either has been priced out or has been completely moved to different segments of the ground that are not all together. Therefore, they can't really make noise. Of course, we all know the big issues with them when they first moved in, that there wasn't really much going on. Of course, you hear your bubbles at the start of the game and that, which I guess is cool. But then after that, just like You Never Walk Alone, you don't really hear much after that. You kind of see people, groups of people trying to make noise, but yet no one joins in with them. So, and also as a ground for the Olympic Stadium, you can fit a pitch. If you go from the front of the away end to the back of it, you can probably fit a pitch in between that. Like, it's that wide how far apart the away fans actually are. Next up, Southampton. You know what? I put Southampton in average. Like, we were having really good banter with them when we went, and they were actually alright, to be fair. So I put Southampton in average. I didn't really mind them, to be fair, that much. Wolves, I put them in. I would put them in like average or good. When I went there, they were really good. But right now they're in a resurgence period, so I put them in average or good because of course everyone is probably happy over there. They got nothing to like be sad about. So I don't know. I'm keeping it an average. But Bournemouth is in tin pot. I'm sorry. I love going to Bournemouth away, but my God, you just don't really hear anything. You rarely ever hear any chance really. So I put Bournemouth in there. Cardiff, a poor winner for the 2-1 winner against them this season or last season, I guess. And again, like it is okay, but not much to really go for it, not gonna lie. Everton, when I went, I want to put it in like poor. Like, I don't think they were that good, not gonna lie. By the way, guys, this is me going to these games as a Burnley fan. This isn't me going out as a United fan or as a PSG fan or Barcelona fan. And this is me going to them as a Burnley fan, and this is what I experience. And then Leicester, again, probably seems like, I don't know, average, poor. I went there when we lost, I think like 3-0. But like when they scored, I don't think I really heard much afterwards. But you kind of heard a bit of chanting, so I put them in poor. So guys, I don't think there's any God tier team. I don't think any team has been God tier, which I've been to. The only game that I've gone to which is God tier is Olympiacos, and that for atmosphere is God tier. The entire stadium is going for it. You got one end and the other end going back and forth with chants. That's God tier. Oh God, I know this is going to annoy people. I know this is going to annoy people. Lord have mercy on my soul for the comments of this video. Lord have mercy. Again, if you are a Liverpool fan, United fan, Chelsea, Arsenal, City, I've had fans which I say is a poor atmosphere, and they say, oh, why would we be like, you know, pumped up? It's Burnley. But that's the point. Atmosphere is for how it is every game. Now, of course, maybe Newcastle isn't good every game. I mean, from what I've seen, I think they're decent. Liverpool, again, it's amazing atmosphere on their day. But this is not a list based on their day who's the best, because it'd be a different thing. This is based on when I've gone to the ground. Most of these stadiums I've been twice. I think only like 2 or 3 days I've only gone once. Tell me down below in the comments how wrong I am. Go tell me how amazing atmosphere was in this Champions League game or this Cup game or this league game. Tell me how good it was that game. This is my opinion as a Burnley fan going to these games. So tell me down below in the comments. Am I wrong? I'm sure I am. Tell me, am I right? Great. So, thank you guys for watching. My name is Vizeh, and I'll see you next time. Oh, God.